Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator Classic. Today, you'll probably recognise this as being Liverpool Lime Street. We're on the Alan Thompson Sim Chatmos line with a Class 142 Pacer and a 156 diesel multiple unit, together making a 4-car all-stop service to Manchester, Victoria. Hello driver, today you are in charge of 2 Juliet 26, the 1620. Hang on, there we go. Liverpool Lime Street to Manchester, Victoria, aboard 152054 with 156452 at the rear. You'll be calling at all stations along the way. Please set up the cab and release the doors. The timings are according to the working timetable. Excellent. So yes, here we go. We'll set that to day headlights. Beautiful. Of course, the stunning Northern Rail livery here. 142's a multiple unit that don't grace our network anymore, of course. I used to really enjoy working for them when I was a conductor at Northern, but yeah, sadly they have gone. A true icon of the North, kept us moving for many, many years. Whether you love them or hate them, you can't deny that they were a staple of the North of England's traction. Gorgeous livery as well. She's come dressed for the occasion with a Northern Rail jumper on. Yeah, 2015, 10 years ago, can you believe it? 10 years on the railway for me. This was the year that I started on the railway, back in the ticket office many, many moons ago. Got a Thirst Transpennine Express. I can only imagine that to be a Scarborough service if it's over here. Yeah, oh, it just says Liverpool on it. Oh, okay, fair dues. I've got a Class 319 coming in the Northern Electrics livery. 319s again, another unit not seen with Northern anymore. Of course, you do have the 769s, but it's not quite the same thing, is it? I mean, you used to see these absolutely everywhere through Manchester, and yeah, they're just not there anymore. Been replaced, of course, by 331s and additional 323s that have come up from the West Midlands. So anyway, we are due out shortly, so I'm going to put my instrument lights on. This scenario is roughly an hour in length. It's going to be split into 2 parts. So yeah, today we're going to be driving roughly half an hour. So what's that? Until about 50. So I imagine to St Helens, and then we'll do from St Helens through to Manchester next week. So yeah, we'll get the DRA off. We'll just take a few of these brakes off. I mean, we don't need the brakes, do we? Because of course we haven't got interlock, so it is in the brakes are already wedged on. We can't go anywhere. What else do we need? I think everything else is fine, isn't it? Yeah, we're all good. I'm really excited for this, to be honest with you. Oh, hang on, bounce factor. I usually like that to be about 3. Off we go, full steam ahead. And I reckon this is a summer afternoon, so I'm going to open the windows, put some air conditioning on. There we go. So we've got the green signal. 15 miles an hour out of Liverpool. Just ease off a little bit now. Coming up to that, lovely. Beautiful stuff. Oh, I can see a Pendolino coming down. Excellent. Oh, those the flange sounds. It's just what you want, isn't it? Just what you want. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to run on time on this this particular scenario, so we shall see. Lovely Pendolino, give him a wave. I doubt that the posh Virgin drivers would wave at such a I doubt they'd wave at a Class 142, but you never know. Might get some Pacer enthusiasts driving Pendolinos there. Got greens. I imagine we're going to be on greens all the way, to be honest with you. Oh, we even stop at Edge Hill. Wow, it quite literally, I thought first stop would be Wavertree Technology Park, but no. Of course, this service will be an electric multiple unit now. Right, beginning to go uphill. Full steam ahead. Should we see if we can get up to 40? I don't think we will be able to with the 142 on the front on its own. I imagine maybe with the 156 pushing, we might just be able to get there. Of course, if you decide that you quite like the look of this scenario, there is a link to the scenario in the video description. So far, so good. Actually going to get to 40, no flipping heck. This 142's a rocket. Another Northern Rail 156 coming in there. Of course, had the Chatmos been electrified by this point? I mean, I'm assuming it has if the Northern Electrics 319 is coming in. 2015, yeah. Not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I'm not too familiar with it. I mean, all the years that I've been working over the Chatmos line, it has been electrified. Now, let's have a little bit of braking here for Edge Hill. Helped by the fact, of course, we are going uphill. Always helps with your braking there. I'll be on the lookout for some stop boards. Don't know if there are any. I can't see any. Nope, perhaps I'm just missing them all. So we'll just sort of, I mean, we're fully accommodated on the platform, so we'll just stick it there. Lovely. Beautiful. Right, into neutral. Bang the doors open. What's the 1623, 1624 departure? So we've done an alright on-time service so far. East Midlands Trains, class 158. Running in multiple there, beautiful stuff. That's obviously come down through Warrington Central on a service, I imagine, from Norwich if it's 4:20 in the afternoon. Right, we'll wait for the conductor to finish doing their stuff. I like the 156. It's a shame there's no part 2 to this scenario, isn't there, where you bring it back again with the 156 on the front. These services down the Chatmos only ever seem to be 323s from Crewe at this point. They used to go Crewe up to Manchester Airport, change ends, and then go through Piccadilly down the Chatmos to Liverpool. However, yeah, they seem to be strengthened at peak time by services to Victoria. We've got a buzz. Right, off we go. I mean, we didn't get a buzz, did we? I had to do that myself. We'll pretend. So it's saying the doors have shut. Right, off we go. Full steam ahead, up to 40. We'd quite like to get there on time, wouldn't we? Tree Technology Park, the next stop. Of course, in 2015, the Newcastle services from First TransPennine Express used to go via the Chatmos, but they would leave at 16:12. So that Scarborough service we saw over on the other platform, that'll have gone at 22. So that can't be far behind us, to be honest with you. It's not already there. No, doesn't seem to be. Right, full steam ahead. Let's go. Bit of braking for Wavertree. Let's actually make sure we stop. Got to remember the brakes on these are tread brakes, so they're not the best in the world. Coming here, we'll stick to step 1. Look at that, pretty bob on. Except we need to be leaving at 27, and that is happening now. Excellent. Right, come on, stop. Another 4 cars there, but we'll fit on, won't we? Right, doors open. Can't be here very long, conductor. Gotta hustle everybody on and off. Rightio, next stop on the service now, Broad Green. Of course, there's no DSD to be worrying about, is there? There we go. Full steam ahead. Broad Green, just over a mile away. Can we get a nice little picture of the 142? I reckon we can. Of course, we've got no DSD to be contending with today, have we? There we go. Right, we'll have a nice little picture. That cloud looks ominous, doesn't it, in the background? We've got the Armstrong Powerhouse Sky and Weather Enhancement Pack installed. Makes for some very pretty driving, doesn't it? Very, very tall bridge there, isn't it, really? It must be in quite the cutting. Lots of foliage on the walls. Broad Green, what time are we doing? 29 and 30 seconds. Oh no, we're running late. That's no good. 319 coming the other way, give them a wave. Alright, start slowing down. I'm assuming that might have come from Blackpool. We're bouncing all over the place, aren't we? Right, bit of step 2. Keep us coming in nice and quick. Obviously, let's not forget we are running a bit behind, out at 30. Right, we'll come flying in. This is very risky, even for a 142. Brakes are, they're not the best, are they? Nice smooth stop, finish off in step 1 there, lovely. Right, Broad Green, everybody on. Have we got ticks so far? We have. Has to be said, the likes of the 323s and the 331s are, they're very quick off the line, aren't they, these trains? They've definitely improved journey times, in comparison to a Class 142 and a 156. Don't get me wrong, both very sturdy units. I like the 142s and the 156s. But, yeah, there's no denying they're not the quickest. Certainly not in comparison to the electric multiple units. Right, off we go. Hopefully there'll be no slippy rails today. Obviously now it's September, isn't it? So we are coming up to slippy season, but hopefully this will be a summer run. Absolutely no slippy rails at all. Yeah, Roby, 1.5 miles, or 1.25 miles even. So might get up to a little bit of speed. We've actually got a signal that we're looking at here, yellow, so we're going off to the left-hand side, I imagine. We might have something fast to overtake us. Could be the case. It does happen. I mean, as far as I'm aware, in 2015 the only fast services that come down here are the first Transpennine Express Newcastles, which in theory should have gone before us, and I don't think I saw, well, the Scarborough wouldn't have, you know what I mean, it wouldn't have been in, would it, the Scarborough? 319 coming the other way, flipping it, they are, you know, they're frequent, aren't they? Very frequent. Right, so off to the left hand side here. Flipping heck. Hold on. Yeeted all over the cab. 4 platforms at both Huyton and Roby. Less than half a mile apart from each other. That's insane. Oh, we've got a green now. I wonder why that could be then. Ah, there's something coming the other way. Could that have come across? I reckon we could struggle with stopping here, although we might be alright. We shouldn't really be in full service. That's a little bit naughty, isn't it? But there we go. I mean, that was pretty decent. Was that not a train over there? Oh, it is. It's a 150, right. So that could have come across from St Helens Central. Obviously, we're going to St Helens Junction, aren't we? Could have done that. Could be why there was a red. Yeah, I couldn't work out for the life in me what would be overtaking us at this point. Off we go. Going to cross with the 150/1. Yeah, you don't really see. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw 150/1 in Liverpool. Long time ago. Mostly electric units now. You do get the odd 195 every now and then in Liverpool. You get 197s, but they're Transport for Wales, aren't they? Yeah, Northern, it's mainly 323s and 331s. You get the odd 156. I've seen a 156 the other week there. Oh yeah, 195s, of course, they go via Warrington, don't they? Now that's not me saying that 150/1s never go to Liverpool. They might do, I just can't remember the last time I saw one there. Right, here we go into Huyton. And then we're back onto the main line. A little bit short, but of course don't forget 142 coaches are shorter than your Sprinter coaches. For example, the 156s, I mean, you can see it from here, can't you, that the 156 is clearly longer. So that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Off we go, hold on tight everybody. Good working a stopping service, isn't it? Plenty to see. I mean, I don't mind an express down here that's first stop Manchester from Liverpool, but yeah. It's a while since I've done a stopper down here, you know. In fact, come to think of it, I don't know if I ever have. There is another scenario for coming back the other way that uses a 319. So yeah, I might be tempted to have a crack at that if you like this scenario. Right, over on the 40, we'll just ease off a little bit here. Just make sure we're fully over, and then we can crank it up. There we go. Look at that. It's almost like I've done that before. I haven't. I'm in tune with the Class 142. You see, that must be it. Obviously on the left there, that's where the TransPennine runs services to Glasgow up there now. I've done for a few years actually, but I can get up to Wigan on the left there. Right, St Helens Central. Of course, I believe Northern runs some Preston and Blackpool services up that way. Yeah, another little section where you get up to a bit of speed, that's always welcome. patio, so you can actually see Whiston from here. You can't quite see the platform, but you can see the signal. Not this one, the one after, just under the tunnel bridge there. So we need to be thinking on a little bit of braking necessary for Whiston. We'll go for step 2 and see how we get on. Bouncing all over the place, aren't we? A real nodding donkey, this thing. Something else coming the other way here. It doesn't strike me as being the time for a Transpennine Express. Must be another Northern. Looking at it, it looks like a 319. It is, you can see the pantograph. We must be the only diesel multiple unit playing out today on this line. Obviously there's the 150/1 that we passed. Whiston. Can we get nice little look at that, beautiful. Right, we'll have a couple. You can never have too many screenshots. I mean, it's a pretty game, isn't it? With all the I mean, I've got Railworks Enhancer, the Armstrong Powerhouse Track, Sky, Foliage Enhancement, you know, all the enhancements you can possibly get. You know, it makes sense if I'm showing it to you guys. You want to be looking at a pretty game, don't you? But yeah, it really, I mean, Train Sim World, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy playing Train Sim World. But I don't think it's that much better than this, to be honest with you. In terms of driving, this is absolutely spot on. I really do enjoy Train Sim Classic. I think, particularly when you've got an Armstrong Powerhouse enhanced vehicle, it's, yeah, it really is a pleasure to drive. I think sometimes the physics and the sounds in Train Sim World can be a bit off. Whereas obviously this, oh, I'm taken back to my Northern Rail conducting days. Back in 2017 now, good lord. It's a long time ago, isn't it? Long time ago. Right, Rain Hill, the next stop. Of course, now you see a lot more traffic down the Chat Moss, don't you? Because you've got the Hull services as of the 11th of September 2025, which is when this has been recorded. You've got the Hull services and the Newcastle services. Plenty to see. Whereas obviously at this point in 2015, you only have the one Transpennine Express an hour. Just the one. Seems a world away, doesn't it? Since we did that. Rainhill. Quite long platforms, aren't they, at Rainhill in comparison to some of the other stations on this route? I mean, I'm assuming like all the rest of them were just going down towards the end of the platform. No stop board here though. No S-car board, so we'll just sort of dump it about here. Dump it about here, that's... I don't think that's the official lingo, is it? But, yeah, that'll do. So now, if my route knowledge serves me well, it should be Lee Green next, and St Helens. And that'll be it for this video. Let's have a look. Lee Green and St Helens, look at that, look at that. Then, of course, after that we move on to Earlstown, Newton-le-Willows, Patricroft, Eccles, and then we'll be into Manchester Victoria, so plenty to be going at yet. We're doing most of the stops this episode. Then next time we'll get up to a little bit more speed. So that's worth subscribing for, isn't it? Make sure you do if you haven't. We do love a bit of train simulator on this channel. Ask anybody. They'll tell you we love us some train sim. Right, off we go. Lee Green, just under 2 miles. 1.75 miles, that's it. So we're up to the dizzying heights of 46 miles an hour. This is probably the longest we've had so far between stops, isn't it? I mean, both these units today are limited to 75 miles an hour, so there's no sort of risk. See above there. Yeah, there's no risk of us reaching 90 miles an hour. That's not going to happen. I don't think a 142 will get to 90 unless it's been towed by a 158. I do know of stories of drivers driving 158s up the East Coast Main Line with a 142 on the back, forgetting the 142 was there, hurtling along at 90 miles an hour and thinking, oh, crumbs. I'm sure crumbs is the exact word they used. They wouldn't have used any other word. Why would they? Oh, crumbs. I forgot about the 142. Whoops. The 142 bodywork's completely gone at this point. You're towing along 2 goods wagons with a couple of bench seats nailed in them. There we go. Quite sharp braking. Lee Green, of course, where the Hull services stop for Transpennine Express, and late at night, early in the morning, I think they stop at both Lee Green and Newton the Willows. They've done a really, really good job of Alan Thompson's sim of this route. One thing I would like to see is a little bit more grime on the stations. They are, you know, if they were to do an update for it, they're very clean, aren't they? They're very, very clean stations. Have I got ticks for everything? I have! Wow! That's good. I like this. I like this person's scenario. I don't know if... I can't think who it is off the top of my head. Let's have a look. Who is it? By JPM. Lovely. Yeah, scenario by JPM. I don't know who they are, but they do make a cracking scenario. Off we go. .319. Is that stopping? No, it's going straight through. Look at that. Wow. Straight to St Helens now. Another couple of minutes. Clearly tell there used to be some sort of bridge there. Taking it out, look, maybe a road bridge at some point, or a little lane that went over. Probably taken out for the overhead wires, to be honest with you. Obviously the wires did look like they were taller than the bridge, so that could well be the case. They'll have had to reconstruct a lot of bridges, I imagine. They certainly are on the Transpennine route upgrade, where they're making way for wires. Rightio, dropping down into St Helens now. St Helens Junction, that is where we're going to leave this particular run for today. I do hope you have enjoyed that. Yeah, we will pick this up next week, which off the top of my head will be the 20th of the 9th, 20th of September. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, do click the like button. If we reach, let's say if we reach 500 likes, then I shall do the return trip in the 319. How's that? I mean, I don't know if anyone will want to like the video based on that. They might not like 319s, you know, but yeah, if it gets to 500 likes in the comments, not in the comments, but you know what I mean, then we'll do the 319 on the return trip, because I think that's by the same person, so we know it's going to be a good scenario. Yeah, it has been an absolute pleasure. As I say, like the video, do make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, so that you never miss out on any future episodes. Besides that, as I say, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.